Wow, unfortunately, of course, the senators and the Democrats and the Republicans was unable to reach a deal to fulfill the agenda within our government. And this is going to cause a government shutdown. Now, hundreds and thousands of federal employees will be out of work according to this mishap. And what's really interesting enough is that President Trump wants to fulfill his pillars of faith and this whole, immigration policy. And what was really going on is that the immigrants that was actually just smuggled here illegally from their parents, of course, they're being born and raised up. He wants to provide them with citizenship. Undocumented immigrants was want to provide for citizenship. That's pretty much what his whole pillar. He wants to fund the wall, and he believes that Mike Schumer, who's the senator of New York, he had a meeting with President Trump Friday about this, but in exchange, he wants to, fulfill the agenda with the Dreamers. He wants to keep the Dreamers alive because the DACA, which is Deferred Action Childhood Arrival, is providing authorization for immigrants to actually have a successful life here, and they won't be deported back into their country. And so they will pretty much be treated as a United States citizen. So President Trump, he walked out of the meeting. He was very upset, and things didn't really go right. And so that's when he went into Twitter. He said, hey, thanks to the Democrats. Oh, okay, well, we're going to have the government shut down. Now, can't blame really the Democrats on this because I kind of disagree. They really was trying to compromise or trying to improvise and have a different agenda, man, and get this going, because if the government shuts down, that's going to put a lot of people not only out of work, but you already appointed Jim Kavanaugh as the Supreme Court judge. That's going to be prolonged, and that's supposed to be into September, end of September. And September 30th, he wants to meet that deadline for the funding, and the Democrats was really, apprehensive towards the funding of the wall. Now, if you do your research, the wall that he wants to build is going to cost approximately $25 billion. $25 billion is going to be 90 miles stretched between the southern border, right, Texas and Mexico. And I do believe that, yes, we need to strengthen our borders, but, the taxation, we got to think about the funding that's going to come with it, who's going to help build this. And it's going to be very hard, and I think too at the November election, the midterm election, that's when they was going to really focus on that. But now he's deferring to this, Trump administration. He's reneging on the immigration zero tolerance policy. It's so much, chaotic things that's going on in the White House. And I feel like, he's blaming on Mike Schumer, who's senator of New York, who's really trying to, just have legislative laws. Now, I would say Mitch McConnell, who's the senator of Kentucky, Republican senator, he's really, he's want to protect the Dreamers, okay? Because Dreamers over here, we actually kind of rely on different set of immigrants because they was known for providing at least 70% of these jobs. And plus, too, they help populating the country as well. I won't say overpopulating, but they're populating the country at an alarming rate. Caucasians are really not really fertile in a way. And so if it's less people to work, grow up in these corporations, and to be providing and feeding into the system. And, the government shutdown, if this really happens, hopefully it ends, it hits a resolve, or, they, resolving, but they really want President Trump's party to resign, but I don't think he's going to resign. And I think this can get really messy, but the undocumented immigration, that needs to be addressed. I really feel like the ones that was actually brought here illegally, that was bringing us children, and if they are a functional citizen in society, I think it's okay. Now, I understand, they're going through the taxation, the tariffs, but at the same time, though, everyone should be punished. And, if you're going against the DACA, man, it's not a good look. So even though as African Americans this might not be our fight, but at the same time, man, as doing research, man, we have white abolitionists, we have people fighting for our cause, and I'm not saying we can kiss butt to the immigrants, but we should really be kind of open-minded to this, because at the end of the day, we kind of in the same boat, even though they just a step above us when it comes to political power. If we can help them, we can, get some laws, in their favor, then maybe things will go all right. But I just feel like at the end of the day, it's all individualism. The government shutdown, this shouldn't happen, but President Trump tweeted, blaming a potential political party, and I just think it's a circus right now. So this needs to be, I think I'm gonna say Mike Schumer, he was very professional with the meeting. Seen a little clip on it, but President Trump, man, you gotta calm down. You kind of understand, and not get too emotional with this. But this is a huge, huge thing, for us Americans, because the taxes can get involved. It can be really messy, and we want Jim Kavanaugh to be, ready there for the Supreme Court. So we need the Congress to be open for policies to be ensured. So this pretty much, y'all really want to say about this situation, though. That's pretty much what's going on to today's news in the White House, to the undocumented dreamers to provide citizenship. He wants to fund that policy, but the Democrats are not looking for it. So maybe they have another alternative. But this is what I got to say about this. You guys continue to like, comment, subscribe. Thank you for my all new subscribers. Let's have a discussion about this, man. If the government shutdown is necessary or not. I'm out. Deuces.